Welcome to Real Authority. Today I'm talking about Avatar Fire and Ash, the third installment in the very successful Avatar franchise. The Sullys are basically reeling from the events of Way of Water in which one of their sons die. Also, there's this new tribe called the Ash people who are threatening their family as well as everyone they know and love. When it comes to Avatar, I was kind of on the side of overhyped for a while. I only saw the first film and thought it was like a 7 out of 10. Didn't even watch Way of Water until I think this Monday. Upon rewatch, I will still say it's a bit overhyped. Visually spectacular, no denying that. But there are a lot of issues that hold it back, although I will say Way of Water was a lot more enjoyable than I thought it was going to be. Absolutely better than the original. I mean, there's some stuff that I really don't like in it, but I do feel as a whole, it was very entertaining. So with Fire and Ash, since the first one was an 8 upon rewatch and Way of Water was like a 9, I was hoping for that 10 out of 10. Sure, that may have been setting expectations way too high, but I mean, hey, does James Cameron know how to make a sequel? T2, anybody? After seeing it in IMAX 3D, the second movie I'm seeing in 3D in about a decade, well, I mean, IMAX 3D, first time doing it, man, it's really hard to say that this is a great movie. Like, it's not the 10 out of 10 I was expecting, but I mean, it's still good. Unfortunately, I do have to say that this is probably my least favorite of the three movies. It's still a good movie, not just because of the visuals. Guess jumping off that, yeah, the visuals remain tremendous, and especially with IMAX 3D, I feel like the visuals are on further display here. Also, not sure if this is just a me thing, but since this is the first time I'm even trying IMAX 3D, there's this element I wasn't expecting, where the FPS is faster in certain moments, although it could prove to be a bit conflicting. I don't know how to explain it. It just felt a lot more fluid. I mean, do you pass by a 4K TV and it just flows very well? There are moments where Avatar Fire and Ash has that exact same feeling. But I mean, yeah, the visuals in general just remain spectacular. These movies have been known for having top-notch visual effects, and Fire and Ash continues that trend. So if you're just here for a visual spectacle, you are not going to be disappointed. Also, the acting from everybody remains stellar. Sam Worthington, Zoe Saldana, Sigourney Weaver, Stephen Lang. Like, everybody does a genuinely good job in here, although I will mention Jack Champion. Spider's just one of those characters that proved to be the highlights of the past two Avatar movies, and while he's not perfect, Champion just makes him a more sympathetic character, and it really does work, so I gotta shout out Champion there. James Cameron is absolutely a talented and incredible visionary, and I do feel with the Avatar movies, while it's probably not on the level of his best work, I do feel James Cameron still absolutely commits to the directing bit. Like, this is his vision. Like, regardless of what you think of the Avatar movies, you have to admit James Cameron had a vision, and he committed to it. Cinematography is beautiful, complementing the visual effects very tremendously, so Russell Carpenter, you deserve a shout out. Also, with the visual spectacle, when the movie has its action, even though it's not like a big action movie, I guess, the action was pretty fun. James Cameron knows how to make his action movies, so I feel like that's a given. And finally, the score was really strong. These movies have always been known for having good music, so with Simon Frangler, he absolutely does a stellar job with the score. As much as I want to call this a 10 out of 10, there is just so much holding it back. I'll start off with the mixed elements. I guess starting off with the screenplay. Cameron, Rick Jaffa, and Amanda Silver absolutely do a good enough job, but I do feel that the narrative it weaves, it does have a lot of issues that prevent me from saying it's an ultimately great screenplay. Granted, these Avatar movies have not been known for being technically brilliant in its storytelling. You can make the argument that it's simplistic. Contrary to that statement, Fire and Ash feels like the most ambitious Avatar movie yet. Definitely the darkest, and I do feel with the ambitions, a lot of them are appreciable, but not all of them work. I'll get into more of that into the negatives, but I mean, the screenplay is good, sure. And with Varang, the new villain they introduced, played by Una Chaplin, I am conflicted with how they portray her character. Like, in terms of the threatening presence, I do feel there are moments, a lot of them, where she's absolutely menacing, while other moments where the movie just doesn't know what to do with her. Like the last scene with her. I mean, I'm not going to spoil anything, but I mean, damn. Chaplin's given a good performance, but I do feel the movie doesn't give her enough to do, as well as her character. So the menacing threat really relies on Stephen Lang's character, who has been like the central villain of the past two movies. Now moving on to the negatives, I might as well start off with the pacing. Like with Way of Water, no matter the flaws that I have with it, the 3 hours and 12 minutes were really well paced. Now this is 3 minutes more than Way of Water. And unfortunately, specifically in the middle half of the movie, man, with a gargantuan runtime like that, it's absolutely sad to say that it does get boring. Like, no matter the visual feast you are basically eating upon, the movie does get tedious. It's up to like the first half and the last half to really redeem it, but with that middle chunk, you just can't help but want some exciting stuff to happen. Following this, as I mentioned, it's very ambitious, but I do feel said ambition goes a bit too far. Because even though the other movies can be described as simplistic in nature, I feel like with this one, they kind of overdid the ambition, making it feel overstuffed. However, it really does not have a focus, so no matter how overstuffed it is, you're just kind of lost. Like, I could have easily overlooked it if it just had a focus, like, focused on the central plot, but it's kind of in multiple directions. Granted, Way of Water had, like, numerous side plots to it, but it does feel like they're doubling down on it to the point where you just can't help but feel overwhelmed, but not in a great way. Like, no matter how much visual splendor you're getting, you just can't help but see the cracks in the story. And finally, for my last complaint, there are just some dumb character decisions, not like horror movies in which they're intentionally making dumb character decisions for jump scares, but I mean character decisions that do not feel consistent with the other movies. Like, one character in particular, I was like, wait, I thought you were going to be acting different post Way of Water. Why are you reverting back to how you were in Way of Water? So it's just very confusing and very maddening because it feels like character development. Like, the movie does have a lot of moments where characters are allowed to change with the times. I don't know how to explain it, but the point is some characters are done dirty in here, and you gotta wait for the frustrating decisions to go away. I guess that's all I'll say without getting spoilers. Overall, I just can't help but be disappointed with Fire and Ash, despite me not being the biggest Avatar head. But yeah, I can't deny me having fun with it. Ultimately, the last act as well as the first act kind of redeemed the middle chunk, but the middle chunk really is a bother. I can't exactly say it's bad because it's not. It's definitely good, just not particularly as strong as the other movies. Regardless, if you like fantastic visuals, you are definitely going to eat it up. So recommended for IMAX 3D, and the Real Authority in general proves 8 out of 10. Kind of interesting that the trailers for the Odyssey and Avengers Doomsday were attached. Doomsday was as short as I heard it was, and the Odyssey being 6 minutes, that was great. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications, and comment your thoughts on the video, and let me know what your favorite Avatar movie is. Alright, peace.